Hello, friend. Welcome to the Sacral Chakra introduction. I'm really glad you're here. Sorry, I just had to break it up a little bit, bring out some of my own creative expression, my own sense of joy in the beginning of this section to introduce us to the sacral chakra. When we talk about the sacral chakra, there's a lot of the kind of joy that comes through with our inner child, that kind of thing. This is the energy center that really governs that. This is our center of emotional self-expression, our creative self-expression. So creativity is very much tied to the sacral chakra, and it's also connected to our ability to physically reproduce, to physically create, and to experience the sense of joy and pleasure and sensuality in the physical body. So we're now like a level above the physical basic needs that were addressed and are kind of governed by the root chakra. Now we're up in the sacral, and this is reflected in the color orange. So that's the little intro to the sacral chakra. So when we get to doing work in this energy center, what we are really starting to address, we get into that emotional life. We get into that innate desire to create, again, both in a physical and non-physical way. And then we also get into the emotional dimension of our experience here in this body on this planet, having this unique experience. So when we get into meditation and we start to work with this energy center, like last time, we're going to take a very similar approach. We're going to simply, on the inhale, breathe in and welcome in a renewed and refreshed, a revitalizing orange light. And when we exhale, we're going to release anything that's slowing the flow of this chakra down. So one of the things that I want to bring to your awareness is, again, that underactivity and the overactivity in this energy center. Something like that could be caused by formative experiences. Sexual trauma in this area could cause disturbances in the sacral chakra. If somebody told you that your creativity was not welcome, that your art sucks, if you were told to bottle up your emotions, I'm a guy, think about in men in our culture, we're told boys don't cry, that kind of stuff. Some of that emotional constipation, for lack of maybe a better term, can be identified and can be worked through and brought to our awareness and healed when we're working with this energy center in particular. So when it comes up in readings for people, some of the most common things here are emotions that are unexpressed. That comes through a lot. Definitely a thing for me in my own journey too. It's been an interesting journey from sort of repressing my emotions to recognizing that they really do drive me. Not only do they drive me, but they've become, in a way, a very important language in my work, since a lot of what I feel in my intuitive work is emotional and kind of abstract and sensational. So I've had a very interesting arc working with this dimension of myself. And often when I read for people, the most common thing that comes up, the most common sort of disruption to this energy center will be emotions that are not expressed. So things that are unsaid, not allowing ourselves to cry, not allowing ourselves to feel, not acknowledging those things that we feel. And the other thing that comes in quite often too here is would be sexual trauma or some sort of negative experience related to sexuality, being objectified, being violated in this way also causes disturbances here. And this is another thing that comes up commonly in readings. And one of the things that we can do to really charge up this energy center beyond this meditation, though, is to start to express ourselves, to have a good cry, to give voice to your emotions, to paint, draw, make music, sing, dance, create art, whatever it is that calls to you. Emotional and creative self-expression is a really vital piece of this energy center. So beyond the meditation that we do today, I would really encourage you to check out the Awakening Soul Force book, because I actually, in each section and for each chakra, I give kind of positive action and activity that we can take part in and utilize to help bring new revitalizing energy into these centers to help them be more balanced and more harmonized. So let's dive into a little meditation to just kind of do some clearing, to do a little healing, to do some awareness work in this energy center. Find yourself a nice, comfortable place to get quiet and go inward for a moment. And we are going to basically follow the same protocol that we did last time with the root chakra. We're going to get into a soul force field meditation. Then from there, we're going to focus on the sacral chakra. And as we begin to breathe and work with our breath, we're going to imagine breathing in and inhaling a vibrant, vital orange light, welcoming it into that center, spinning it around, sending it through the wheel. And as we exhale, we're releasing anything that's causing this particular chakra to be out of balance or be out of harmony. All right? So hopefully you've kind of settled into a comfortable space to do this. Go ahead and close your eyes. And just begin to breathe, become conscious of your breath. And as you slowly start to drop in, become more and more conscious of your breathing. Go ahead and enter into a rhythmic breath. As you settle more and more into this rhythmic breath, drop yourself into a soul force field meditation. Drop that grounding cord so we can release anything that no longer serves us, and just set a safe and sacred space to work with loving awareness for the next several minutes as we work with this meditation. As you drop into this safe and sacred space, set the intention to welcome in the divine light, loving awareness, to help you work with, balance, and harmonize your sacral chakra. And once you've set that intention, draw your breath to the area about 3 inches below the belly button, down the lower abdomen, cradled inside the hips, and just begin to breathe your life force energy into that sacral center, charging it up with the breath, spinning it in a clockwise motion. And just intuitively feel what this energy center feels like. Is it moving fast? Is it slow? Is it dense? Does it feel free and vibrant? Does it feel sluggish? Maybe some colors come in. Could be a bright orange, could be maybe like a muddy, dark orange. And now we're going to start to use the breath to welcome in revitalizing light. And we're going to bring in a vibrant orange wavelength of light into this center. And as we exhale, we're going to release. And we're going to send that new energy through that system and release anything that no longer serves us, anything that is keeping it out of balance. So go ahead and enter some rhythmic breaths, welcoming in the orange light. Exhale, release. And just repeat now for the next couple minutes. Make sure you welcome bright, revitalizing light in. You exhale, you release anything no longer serves you down the grounding cord into the earth. And now as you continue to breathe, go ahead and ask this energy center if there's anything that wants to be brought to your awareness for your higher good today as it relates to the sacral chakra. Just ask that question. Is there anything that wants to be brought to my awareness today for my highest good? It's present in the sacral chakra. Just breathe through this and allow yourself to intuitively feel what comes up. Just continue to breathe, keeping your attention fixated on a harmonized and balanced sacral chakra. Give thanks to anything that came up and has come through. And as you continue to breathe now, use your senses and use your inner eye to kind of visualize, sense, and feel what harmony and balance in this center feels like. And just ask loving awareness to help guide this process for you. Intuitively, just continue to breathe now as we stabilize and harmonize this center. we're going to give thanks for this opportunity to practice together today. We're going to give thanks for the harmony, the balance, and the healing that came through for our sacral chakra today. And we're going to give thanks for this opportunity to be alive and breathing. And once you've done that, we will take 3 big energy clearing breaths together to kind of integrate that energy, harmonize, balance it, and come back to the present moment. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, release. Integrating, harmonizing, balancing that sacral chakra. Another one, big deep breath in. Exhale, release. Drawing that sensation of harmony and balance closer and closer to your core, to your essence, to your beingness. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, release. Feel the energy of your sacral be harmonized and balanced in the present moment as you come back to the physical body, to the awareness of all your physical senses in the present, here and now. And once more, we'll give thanks for this opportunity to practice, balance, and heal together. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So how you feeling? Feelings are the name of the game here in the sacral chakra. And it was interesting as I asked what wanted to come through when we were meditating together here. I got, my feelings speak. My feelings speak. So I want to share this. Came up for me, but it came up in the context of doing this for this purpose and in this setting. So think about what that means. My feelings speak. And to me, kind of as I was alluding to earlier, how I said that as I opened up more and more emotionally, it's become now a very integral part of my work. I very largely feel and sense things in an emotional way when I do readings. Sometimes they can be very abstract, and it's almost like I'm swimming in the emotional experience or what's coming up emotionally for someone who wants to be expressed, what they're taking on, what may be bottled up. So think about your emotions and your feelings speaking to you like a language. When I say love, that elicits thoughts and feelings and maybe memories or inspires something in you. If I say fear, if I say dog and cat, there's sort of this response, right? You might see an image in your mind. You might get a sensation. You might think about your pet or whatever. So think about your feelings like a language. And what are they saying to you? What are they speaking to you? And just start to tune into them in that way. It's been really helpful for me too on this journey with my emotional awareness to be able to label my feelings. It's not necessary, but it's super helpful when we can give it a word. And that feels like frustration. That feels like joy. That feels like balance. That feels like anger. That feels like heartbreak. That feels like betrayal. That feels like gratitude. That feels safe. So sometimes we tap into those feelings, and the more aware we become emotionally, the more we're tuned into them, those subtle sensations and feelings might arise in any given moment without any other context, just an experience, an exchange of energy with a person or a phone call or an environment we're in, and some stuff might come in. And when we can name it and identify it, give words to it, become aware of it, we then get to relate on a much more subtle level with everything around us. So some really valuable information when it comes to our emotional self-awareness. So continue to work with this center. Definitely get into the prompts and work with those prompts. I think they could be helpful. And continue to work with this practice as much as you'd like and for as long as you want. Make it your own, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this pans out for you. We'll talk about it in the group discussion and all that. But thanks for being here today. Thanks for continuing on this journey with me. I appreciate your consistency and your effort. I'm really grateful that you're here. And I look forward to checking in with you when we start talking about the solar plexus. Adios.